A Stardew Valley review in 2023? What is this, 2018? No. For the last year, I've been doing missed reviews, so reviews that we'd never got around to do on this channel, and Stardew Valley was one of them. And with it being one of my favorite games, well, I thought it was time to change that. This review was written by the stupendous Ryan Craddock and converted into video by me. This game might look like a farming simulator on the surface. You inherit a farm, start restoring it, plant crops, collect materials to build with, etc. But there's so much more to it than initially meets the eye. Your activities go far beyond just farming thanks to a great sense of community that finds itself sitting in the heart of this adventure. In fact, the more you play this game, the more you realize just how much there is to do. For starters, by wandering around to the main town, you'll start to interact with a host of non-playable characters in what turns out to be a rather tight-knit community. Each character you meet has their own personality, their own relationship with other characters, their own interests, and so on. You can offer to help out various town members in what are essentially side quests, you can build up your own relationship with individual people by giving them presents and visiting them often, and eventually you might even grow close enough to someone that you'll end up getting married should you fancy it. You don't move to Stardew Valley to work, you move there to live. As we previously mentioned, it will take some time to really see all this game has to offer, and even more because the game doesn't always point you in the direction of all the activities. An example of this is that it took us 15 in-game days just to realize there was a huge mine to explore just north of the town, and fully exploring and excavating this will take a scarily large amount of time to manage. Strolling around the valley gives you a quick insight into the currently unknown too. Often we'd see areas that we can't access yet, or doors that remain locked, and an in-game calendar shows events that will be happening in town in the coming days. But it doesn't end here. On top of the farming, side quests, and everything else mentioned so far, you can try to earn as much money as you can, build various animal coops to look after livestock, have a pet, go fishing and try to collect every fish available, complete an entire museum collection, and more. It just goes on and on. That's the great thing about this game, there's always something to do. Tired of the day-to-day farming? Well, go up in the mine and fight monsters. Or if that's too much, you can just enjoy a peaceful day at the bar. There is a point to all of this though. After 2 in-game years, you will be assessed on your achievements, receiving a score based on numerous factors, but pleasingly, your game doesn't end here. You're free to continue living this life away from the real world as much as you'd like, ever expanding on what eventually starts to feel like a second home. The portable nature of the Switch makes this version easily, if not the strongest of them all. The structure of the game sees you play through days at a time with a clear break in between each one, making it perfect for just having that quick escape. And luckily, the oddly addictive nature of watching your farm grow and grow will make you want to do just that. For complete transparency, it is important to state that for this writer, games of this genre and style aren't often particularly appealing. Indeed, after the first couple of hours, a mixture of boredom from the repetitive nature of farming and confusion from not really understanding why nothing seemed to be happening prevented initial enjoyment. But somewhere down the line, everything just clicked. This isn't a game designed to throw everything it has at you from the off, and it isn't one to hold your hand either. Everything in Stardew Valley wants to be discovered, but only if you put in the time and effort to find it. To experience this game fully, you must be prepared to spend a huge number of hours living in its world. The more you put in, the more you'll get out, and it can be so rewarding if you do. And if the thought of doing that alone seems a bit off-putting, well, this game supports split-screen couch co-op, local, and online multiplayer. Up to 4 people can play together on one farm. All you need to do is either at the start you select that you want to play multiplayer and have more huts already from the get-go, or if you didn't do that initially, you can go up to Robin and build one of these huts. And the requirements to these are very low here, so it's easy to build 1, 2, or 3 of these huts for your friends. The multiplayer experience is really fun, and with more people playing, well, it means that you can get so much more out of your day. We have to note, however, when playing in online or local multiplayer, we noted some instances where your friends would just lag around on the screen, which was a bit distracting, but could easily be overlooked by just how well this feature is incorporated. So in conclusion, Stardew Valley offers its players a chance to live a second life, one where you can forget the troubles of the real world and get excited over finding a particularly rare carrot. It has a truly magical experience. Games can often be enjoyable, but they don't all manage to be as captivating as this. It's the sort of game that ideally requires a significant amount of time to be invested. The enjoyment doesn't necessarily come from the day-to-day actions you perform, but rather the general growth of pride, satisfaction, and sense of security as the days go by. Fans of games such as Harvest Moon and Animal Crossing will be right at home here. And for those who aren't, there's a decent chance this game might just surprise you. For the asking price, the risk couldn't be more worth it. And that's the reason why we're giving Stardew Valley on the Nintendo Switch a 9 out of 10. And now with the review done, it's time for Felix's personal thoughts. Now, I myself have played this game a fair bit. I've played it by myself, or together with my wife Alma, and every time it's just really enjoyable. Now, a thing that Ryan didn't touch upon in his review is the music. One of the best video game soundtracks I think I've ever heard. I listen to it all the time, and there's just a track for every mode. Also, a thing about this game that's really impressive, and that most people know about, it's made by one person. One person did all the coding, the sprites, the music, and you can really feel that he put all his passion into this project. Now, towards the end, the game wasn't as enjoyable for me. I think it was towards the second year, because then all the festivals are the same, and it just starts feeling a little bit repetitive. Not to say it's a bad experience, no, it's fantastic, but I enjoyed the first year just a tiny bit more. It had been a couple of years since I picked up this game and played it for the first time, but when recording footage for this review, I just got reminded why so many people hold this game dear to their hearts. It's really a fantastic experience that I feel everyone should play at one point in their life. But what do you think of Stardew Valley, and what missed reviews should we do next on this channel? Have a look back on our channel to see if there was any big games that we missed during the years, and I'll do my best to cover some of them. Well, stay safe, play some Stardew Valley, tend to your farm, and we'll see you in the next one. Felix from Nintendo Life, out.